first 18 minutes in game number 1 against the Lakers. So here we go as the Lakers try to go to 4-0. Man, the last 2 times that they have started the season 4-0, both years, they went to the NBA Finals.
Well, you're just a wealth of knowledge tonight with your numbers, boy.
You know,
wow.
I don't get. You give me too many days off.
Gee,
I've had too much time to wait for this one. So, and regardless, if it was the Clippers.
And the problem with it, you're right, too much time, because, you know, if you're the players, you don't like that many days off. I mean, you get yourself in a certain kind of a playing rhythm, and you like to play every couple of days. And so let's see how the Lakers look to start this ball game off.
Bill Jackson said on the pregame show with Bill McDonald, he worked him hard on Monday, laid back a little bit yesterday. As Derek Fisher, off target of the first try of the game, pulled down by Kaman. Baron Davis started the game well as he finds Marcus Camby for the easy one. So a breakdown right away for the Lakers defensively. But Baron Davis did not look like he was conditioned as Radmanovich on the run is choked off on the baseline by Thornton.
Unusual to see a team that out of sync on the first possession of a slow possession. Normally that's in transition.
Kobe on the follow-away over Coutinho Mobley.
And believe me, Kobe remembers the last time they played, even though they won by a bundle. Kobe had a number of turnovers, got stripped of the ball a couple of times. And, a little careless. He knows that.
He had 5 turnovers in that game. Mobley, he had to arc it over Andrew Bynum on the close. Changed it just a bit. Over the top. Camby can't get to it. Bynum trapped underneath and blocked away by Marcus Camby. As it'll be saved by Bynum. What a pass to Gasol. Cleared out though by Camby.
Well, that was a time there when Andrew really did catch the pass from Kobe. Should have passed it to the corner.
Camby's got the shot. Maybe a little out of his range that time. More of a high post guy. That was just inside the three-point arc. So both teams cold to start. Lakers 1 of 4. And it's going to be
hold on Camby.
Yeah, Camby from behind.
Good job by Pau of coming down, establishing position, and then making sure he kept Camby on his hip. Camby trying to fight around, held on a little bit, and the official, that third guy, you know, when you're a player, you remember those 2, but you say, where's that third guy? Is he seeing what I'm doing?
14 on the shot clock for the Lakers. Bynum in the post-up game. It's Radmanovich. And the long rebound, Gasol, little shove in the back, they say. He was going to be a long board anyway, but a little tap to Camby.
Well, a little bit of a push, but also I thought Marcus mistimed his jump a little bit. As Camby goes up, Pau with the foul, ball to the Clippers.
And you know how to sell it, even if you mistimed it. In 13 years in the NBA, he looked off balance anyway. Kaman, little step back, and both teams still high score. So Andrew Bynum, a couple of early boards. Kobe for the lead. Man, he's got the first 4. Lakers by 2. Well, a couple of the undefeated ones already fell earlier this evening. New Orleans lost at home to Atlanta. Baron Davis could not miss, by the way, as I watched him in warm-ups, and it was like, granted, nobody's guarding you, but boy, did he have a stroke. Fish banging it home. Bynum trying to clean it up, and Andrew will go to the line looking for the three-point play.
And again, the only reason why he has a chance at a three-point play is because he attacked the rim with aggression. When he got the offensive rebound, he didn't try to be cute with it and flip it up there. He got challenged on this one. Go up and dunk. Get the foul on Chris Kaman. Nice job by Andrew Bynum of finishing on that play.
Well, Andrew, 5 fouls, but only 20 minutes on the floor on Saturday night.
Yeah, nights like that. You know, everybody that's played the game had a night where they just seemed like they couldn't get out of the way of the officials. You know, not the opposition. It's the officials. And Andrew said it was strange because the same official called every foul on Andrew.
Camby.
That was not on Camby.
Yeah, but they're calling it on Camby. It's going to be a second foul. And with Mike Dunleavy, you can tell, talking to veteran official Tom Washington, it's not going to do any good, though.
Yeah, if they're going to use instant replay like they have for certain things, then on a free throw, maybe one of the guys run over and look at it real quick, you know, because that was not on Camby.
Real flat free throw by Andrew Bynum. Baron Davis gets into the paint. Can't put enough spin on it. And Bynum couldn't get it out early enough. Otherwise, the Lakers had numbers.
Heat check.
Kobe working on Al Thornton. Kobe with a nice move to the baseline. Stayed out, but a great look for Kobe off the pass. And Bynum set him up perfectly. So a 1-point deficit for the Clippers with the ball. Thornton challenged, didn't make any difference.
But that's good defense.
Yeah, Radmanovic came out as Kobe funneled him down to that side.
Go up, straight up, keep your hand up, don't swing your hand forward. Just challenge the shot.
The Lakers did not pull away from the Clippers, don't forget, in the first matchup. As Gasol sets it up perfectly for Derek Fisher. And the Lakers get the lead back once again, on top by a couple, 9-7. But they were basically even until the second unit took over in the second quarter.
Yeah, they went on, what was that, about a 16-0 run or something?
17-0. And then the second unit was out there in the third. They sparked a 24-3 run. Mobley, before Kobe can get over there, as he's left free. And that's one thing Mobley can do. So the Clippers regain the advantage.
Lakers a little scrambled defensively that time.
Fish, too strong. And Kaman kept it away from Bynum. Kaman on the run. And Baron Davis throws it in. It was a lob for Kaman, and it goes down anyway. What a pass. Baron Davis.
One of those nights.
Good left hand. Bynum had the look as he freed himself up against Kaman. So the Lakers still cold though. 4 of 12. And out of bounds. Last touch by Radmanovic, helping out defensively, though slipping down. Otherwise, Kaman has a dunk.
You know, that pass that Baron Davis was attempting to throw that finally went into the basket. Did Kaman touch the ball? Even if he didn't, you're not allowed to grab the rim or touch the rim on that play either. It could have very easily been called offensive interference.
That's 7 early points for Baron Davis and a 14-9 lead for the Clippers. And you knew the Clippers had the embarrassment of losing by 38 last week as Kobe pops up real quickly. Kobe's hot. Lakers back within 3, but you knew they'd come out with plenty of purpose tonight and motivation.
In the first game, it was only a 3-point game at the end of the first quarter. So, you know, let's see what they do for 48. Same thing you want to know about the Lakers. What will they do for 48 minutes?
Good passing, interior passing, and Tim Thomas, who just checked in for Marcus Camby, finishes next to the rim. So the Clippers at 64%, 7 of 11. Step back time. Kobe hit by Mobley, and a couple of free throws come his way.
Just talked about challenging shots. You got to make sure when you jump to challenge a shot, your arm goes up and stays straight up. When you swing forward toward the offensive guy, that's when you get those fouls on the arm, on the wrist, on the elbow, and that's when the whistle sounds.
So the Lakers down by 5 and going to the free throw line. Kobe's first. Well, the Lakers, the one thing about Denver is they miss too many free throws. They're 0 for 2 to start the night as Bynum missed that early one.
It'll be interesting to see how many minutes Clippers decide to play Baron Davis and, well, now with foul trouble, Marcus Camby, even though he shouldn't be in foul trouble, should only have 1 foul.
And Marcus Camby isn't completely over that heel. As we had an opportunity, you and I stood to talk to Mike Dunleavy before the game. And he's not 100% with that heel injury.
And that's an injury that's just, you know, going to be very hard to get rid of as you continue to play, because when you jump, you're going to come down and it's going to affect your feet.
A running start for Quintino Mobley in reverse. Not close. And Bynum, who's next to him. Kobe, stutter step. Setting up a good look. Derek Fisher gives Kobe the assist. Lakers back within 1. 16-15.
When you give Derek a good look at what his feet set, just catch and shoot it, he's a very proficient shooter.
He's better beyond the arc early this season. 5 of 10 coming into the game, but overall, not even 40%. That's Chris Kaman. He got it away quickly against Andrew Bynum's pressure. 18-15 as Kaman has 4 boards and now his first basket.
Kaman has a nice touch. If you're Andrew Bynum, you have to remember, either watch film, just remember what he likes to do in the paint. He likes to shoot the ball with his left hand.
Radmanovic's rainbow right there.
You know, it goes through so clean sometimes. You don't know if it was an air ball or what. The net doesn't move.
There's one guarantee, though. It's up there. As much arc as anybody puts on the basketball in the NBA today.
Well, today it's probably more than anybody.
Thornton leading it up. No. Tried to curl it home. And Bynum. He stopped it and got the board.
That's what your last line of defense does, boy.
How about 7 boards already for Andrew Bynum? Kobe, good position again. It's off the heel. As we're still tied at 18. So the Lakers ice cold is Baron Davis. Again, you can't leave him. He's got the stroke early. 21-18, and Baron Davis has 10 of their first 21. It's going to be a timeout for the Lakers.
So Phil Jackson seeing something that is not making him too pleased, gets up and calls the timeout. 5:18 to go here in the first quarter. And Kobe setting up Fish. Fish, I talked about it, boy. Let him set his feet. And Radmanovich, talk about a rainbow. Out of the picture? Nah, but splash.
Fox Sports West presents Lakers basketball, brought to you by Corona, official sponsor of the timeout. By Jack in the Box. Come try our teriyaki bowls. Choose chicken or steak, topped with broccoli, carrots, and teriyaki sauce. They're back and only at Jack in the Box. And by Nissan. See your Southern California Nissan dealer today for great deals.
And a high-paced first quarter here at Staples Center. The Clippers with an early lead, 21-18, over the Los Angeles Lakers. Hey there, everybody. I'm Patrick O'Neill. So, does a team have to have chemistry to win a championship? Certainly that question has been posed before. Talked to Kurt Rambis, and he told me he doesn't think so, although it doesn't hurt. It just so happens that this Laker team really gets along well on and off the court. And the key for this team, they have a lot of depth. They could go big, they could go small, they can run fast, they can run slow, and they have depth, again, at every single position. Also saw Magic Johnson. He said the boys are looking really, really good. They just have to learn how to win. And so far, I'll tell you what, Stu and Joel, they're learning how to win on this season.
Yeah, and the chemistry is there, and I've talked to Phil Jackson about his old Knicks teams. A lot of those guys didn't even talk to each other except for practice. Great pass by Gasol, but it was deflected away from Andrew Bynum.
Interior passing can be very difficult. A lot of bodies there in that time. It was
on the run. Gasol. Fortunately, he's okay. How about taking that in stride? Kobe found him.
I mean, the way he's been running the floor to start the season has just been remarkable at the 4 position. Sure, last year he played the 5 because of the injury to Andrew, and now he's at the 4. But, I mean, he's really showing some good foot speed up and down the court and finishing with the best of them. Remember the finish in Denver?
Yeah.
Threw down the left-handed dunk on Chris Anderson.
Yeah, Chris Anderson had blocked about 2 or 3 early shots, and he figured, I'm not putting it up. I'm going to put it right through.
That's why you take it to shot blockers. You can't be cute. You got to go with some real purpose.
Lamar Odom in Denver came in for Pau Gasol. This time he comes in for Andrew Bynum. But back to what you're talking about with Pau Gasol. For a big guy to be, and he was on the floor a lot of minutes, as Tim Thomas, too easy to the rack. Gasol is, again, beating most of the guys down the floor.
See, this is certain point guards. I don't know if you want to put too much pressure or doubling them up in the backcourt, because Baron Davis went around them and got an easy hoop.
Lamar setting up Fish. And Derek got a couple of threes. Kobe locked up underneath, couldn't get away from Baron Davis. That's where you got to worry about Davis in transition. Lakers down by 3, 23-20. Little step back game. Chris Kaman. You talked about a stroke. It's always been there.
He's got a very nice stroke.
25-20 Clippers. So Chris Kaman. A couple of baskets and 3 tries to go along with 4 boards early. Kobe down deep on Mobley. High percentage, I guess. So Kobe taking advantage of the matchup opportunity.
It's always a matchup opportunity when you're guarding him.
Yeah, not a lot of length, though, with Coutinho Mobley, the way he can back him down. Thornton a little closer to the basket. Difficult shot, though. And it comes off the lip for Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas, second chance opportunity. Clippers stay up 5-5. So they've already got 27, and that's what they scored in the first 12 minutes last week against the Lakers.
Well, they're shooting 60%. That's what's obviously helping them as well. You know, the Laker defense has to start limiting them to 1, but then also play a tougher defense, man-to-man, and knock down that shooting percentage.
Holding on Baron Davis as Lamar was trying to release it.
Carl's Jr. Exmo shows you Tim Thomas with his length going up over Lamar, and nice little touch, nice little arc, and gets an easy hoop. Tim Thomas is going to be critical for them this season because he can score, and I believe he has to score for them to be effective, because he's not a great rebounder, he's not a playmaker, and he's not your atypical stopper. So if he's not scoring, what's he going to do for you?
former lottery pick, only played 1 year of college basketball in his 12th year from Villanova as Lamar splits a pair. So Lamar the first off the bench as usual for the Lakers. This time in though for Andrew Bynum. Pau Gasol stays out there matching up with Chris Kaman. So 3+ to play in the opening 12. Lakers down by 4 early. Mobley. And straight back to Lamar Odom. Lakers have not been able to find much of the early offense. Lamar cracked. And a couple of free throws. He had Thomas on the move, didn't he?
Well, he had Thomas backing up. Thomas never did get in a position where he could set his feet and play defense. That's the advantage of having someone who can rebound the ball and push it in transition at the same time. Not have to look to throw the ball to the point guard or another guard to start your break.
Ricky Davis is going to be checking in between free throws for the Clippers. Another guy that can really fill it up. They've got talent, there's no question. That's why it's a surprise. The Clips are 0-4. Lamar Odom gets the first of 2. And don't forget to join us this Sunday. Lakers taking on Yao Ming and the Houston Rockets. Coverage all starts at 5:30. Lakers Live pregame show. And I did say 5:30 because this year, every Sunday night, Lakers Live is going to be 1 hour long. Right here on Fox Sports West. So a 3-point ball game. I watched that game between Boston and Houston last night, and I couldn't believe how many 3-point attempts Houston took. That's a recipe for disaster, as Laker fans know. They took about 30 3-pointers. And Lamar comes through.
It depends if you're making them.
They weren't.
There are nights when you're making them, and there are nights when they're a recipe for disaster.
Very rarely will you hit a high percentage when you're taking 30.
Very rarely
You're 30. Right, and you're trailing most of the time. As Radmanovic slips out, gets it away from Thornton on the run. Couldn't get it. Fish is there to clean it up.
Now, great job by Derek.
Yep, stayed with the play.
Well, didn't just anticipate, well, Radmanovic is by himself, he'll score, I don't have to go down there. Always anticipate a miss.
It's tied. Lamar came over to help out. Good help defense. This game almost got Gasol out of position. The reverse off the trap in the corner. Good position. And Lamar with a block on Tim Thomas. Look back. He saw the shot clock. It'll get to the rim and it'll go to Gasol. So an alert play by Thomas. A bad look. Good stop for the Lakers. Lamar, Radmanovic. And I couldn't believe he didn't take it inside. Kobe the triple. Stays out. Looked like Radmanovic had an opportunity for a layup.
I think he was out-thought himself that time because he did have an opportunity for a layup.
And Fish from behind stripped Baron Davis. Lakers with numbers. Gasol underneath. Davis got back to take it away. Baron Davis surprised he didn't pull up. Good bounce though. And blocked away by Kobe. He's on the baseline out of bounds.
Good. I mean, I just like the way the Lakers are contesting shots underneath. There's one thing to contest with aggression underneath the basket versus 20 feet from the basket. And the Lakers doing a pretty good job. Minute and 45 left in the Lakers. Radmanovic says, here, Derek, this is a pass.
I doubt it.
Welcome back to Staples Center. The Lakers and the Clippers tied at 27 with just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Michael Eaves on the court with you this evening. Baron Davis off to a hot start tonight with 10 points. Now, if he looks a little different tonight, it's not just because he has on a Clippers uniform as opposed to a Golden State Warriors uniform. In the offseason, he lost 19 pounds. He came into this season weighing less than 200 pounds for the first time in his career. His secret? No, not a gourmet chef, not an extra special workout. It was Jenny Craig. That's right. Baron Davis went on a Jenny Craig diet this offseason to lose weight. He said so many celebrities are doing it, from Kirstie Alley to Queen Latifah. He thought he would give it a try, and it's worked so well for him, guys. He's trying to sell it to some of his celebrity teammates, including his good buddy Cash Warren and his wife Jessica Alba. He actually brought them over to his house and cooked for them. But they're like, Baron, you can't cook. He opened up some Jenny Craig, put it on a plate, and they had a great meal.
All right, Michael. I guess it's good for some. I stopped at Langer's Deli for a pastrami on rye sandwich on the way downtown. Not exactly Jenny Craig, I guess. Baron Davis, though, with a good start tonight. And on the double, going to get rid of it. He did. Last touch by Bynum. 11 left on the shot clock.
I was surprised that the Lakers had him trapped so well that they didn't get more aggressive and pick up a foul. They did a very good job of preventing themselves from getting called for that.
Short shot clock now for Tim Thomas. Does anybody else touch it? On the spin. He's blocked away by Bynum. 1 on the shot clock. So Andrew, 7th best in the game at 2.3 coming in. And as I said, he is just getting started.
Well, and that's what your last line does. You know, come over and take care of all of your teammates' mistakes. And he erased that one.
Baron Davis doesn't get rim, so the Lakers get the stop. We're even at 27. Now, just before the timeout, not a lot of flow. It was really up and down for about a 90-second to 2-minute stretch. Let's see if the Lakers now can get a couple of half-court sets and some execution as Jordan Farmar is checked in, along with Trevor Ariza.
Again, we talked about the time off that the team has had. You know, and they talked about they could iron out some of the kinks and some of the things, but you want to be playing a little bit more often than one a week.
Yeah, this is a strange schedule. Ariza beating Thornton on the reverse, and it'll be a foul as he was hit by Kaman. And a couple of free throws coming up for Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, I've said it many times. When you beat a defender, it's generally with your first step. If you don't get him on your first step, it becomes very difficult. Trevor goes right around Thornton on the first step, gets into the paint, earns himself 2 free throws.
Trevor Ariza's stroke looking so much better, and especially from beyond the arc. And of course, he missed the first of 2 on cue at the free throw line.
From behind the arc.
Yeah, he's 5 of 6, and here's a guy that in his first few seasons in the NBA, he only had 9 made 3-pointers. So 5 of 6 to start the year, and 0 of 2 at the free throw line to start the night.
I would take a little bit of his arc off of his free throw. Just a hair off. So,
they're way up there. Ricky Davis quiet since he checked into the game. Now Baron Davis. Can't leave Thomas. Doesn't burn the Lakers that time. Going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Thornton or Kaman. Didn't make any difference.
Kaman had that rebound. Thornton took it out, tapped it out of his hands, right out of bounds.
Well, the Clippers had 27 on the board with 3+ to play. So the Lakers doing a better job defensively down the stretch here in the first quarter. Ariza setting up a wide open Jordan Farmar. And out of bounds it goes. So the Lakers still below 42% at 41% shooting. Only 38% on Saturday night in Denver.
Clippers are down to 44% after shooting 60 throughout much of this first 12 minutes of action. So it's about a 48-minute game. You obviously knew they weren't going to stay at 60 throughout. They just have to tighten it up earlier.
2 for 1. If the Clips decide to go that way. Baron Davis thought that way. Thornton caught. Thomas lost it on his way up. Bynum will do that to him. And now the Lakers can play for the final shot, but they do have numbers. And it's thrown away by Jordan Farmar. He was trying to get it to Kobe. It hit Lamar. And it turns into 2 off the miscue.
Sometimes if you have a legitimate advantage in transition, you take that. Otherwise, you run it down in a hurry and just pull it back.
Kobe at the buzzer, and the Lakers go to the break, trailing by 2 to the Clips, 29-27.
Well, the Clips finally broke the 27 all tied. It seemed like it was there for the last 3 minutes or so, and they head to the second quarter, leading the Lakers by 2. 36 more minutes to play. Who's going to play the best?
Sunday Classic this Saturday, or make it this Sunday rather. We're going to take it back to Game 4, the 87 NBA Finals, Magic's Baby Skyhook. So right after the game, it continues. Don't miss a second of it. 6.5 hours plus right here on Fox Sports West. Mike Taylor into the lineup, working the point for Baron Davis.
Well, this is about the time of the game where the Lakers started to take control in the first one. Let's see if they can do it again in the second one.
It'll be Paul Davis. They've got 3 Davises, and Andrew Bynum close to double figures on the boards already. That's his 8th rebound of the game. So he's back into the contest. It's Farmar, Bynum, Sasha Vujacic with the ball right now. Lamar Odom and Trevor Ariza. 10 of the shot clock on the Lakers' first possession of the second quarter. Lamar against a power forward, creating space. He got away with it, and Trevor Ariza timed it perfectly. Boy, lowered that shoulder, didn't he?
Yeah, Lamar really did get away with a little bit of an offensive foul there, but I guess they ruled not enough contact, but it was close.
Tied at 29, and Bynum kept it away from Chris Kaman on that angle.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on a front over Andrew Bynum, you better get it a lot higher than that. Trevor Ariza on our Exmo shows you just don't stand around and wait. Go after the ball. Quick jump, tips it in before any of the other players could get to the apex of their jump.
Double overtime final in Minneapolis tonight, 129-125. San Antonio came from behind, tied it up late in regulation as Taylor had to arc it. How about Andrew Bynum? Did he get up there? 9 rebounds. Sasha, the triple, real short. Man, last touch. It'll go out of bounds off of Al Thornton. So the Lakers keep it for a second chance, tied at 29.
This is the player coming in now for the Clippers that I think the Clippers, as the season progresses, are going to have to play more and more. Eric Gordon.
He's a rookie out of Indiana. He'll turn 20 on Christmas Day.
He can play.
Yeah, 6'3". He's got size, 220 pounds. He's a bold guy, as we saw in only his 1 year at Indiana. Lamar Odom popping out. Man, good look for Lamar over Paul Davis. Lakers regain the lead. They're on top by a couple.
You rarely see Lamar catch and shoot that rapidly. I mean, he's the guy that catches and just wants to create for somebody else. But good aggressive play by Lamar.
That's through the 5-hole. Davis tied up by Lamar. It pays off, and he'll keep it. Over to Jordan Farmar. Ariza! Lakers points off a takeaway. They just outworked him that time. And Lamar.
The aggressive defense, you know, they just turned him over and forced an errant pass through the legs of Davis, and the Lakers were all over it.
So the Lakers only 39% shooting in the first 12 minutes of play. That'll get it up there. More of those. The double on
tripling.
Eric Gordon got Farmer out of position. Can't make it pay though. And Lamar with Sasha kept it away from Paul Davis. Lakers do have numbers. Slow it down. Sasha stays out, but Bynum's there. Right back. Yes! Andrew Bynum's length pays off again. 8-0 run for the Lakers.
Textbook rebound, keep the ball above your head. Andrew got the offensive rebound, didn't bring it down to where the midgets could get a chance at it, had a center on him, but still kept the ball over his head and scored easily. So the Clippers want to call a timeout at the 9:18 mark, trailing by 6. Coming up, we'll have a nice chat with the World Series most valuable player, Cole Hamels.
Just about 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter, and this is where the Lakers took over, don't forget, in last week's matchup with the Clippers. Right now they're on an 8-0 run. It was early in the second 12, and it was the second unit that came on. Well, it was an amazing run for the Philadelphia Phillies after they eliminated the Dodgers, took it to the Rays of Tampa Bay. Man, the Southern California native, as you look at him there, was the World Series MVP. And joining us now, and we appreciate it, Cole Hamels, thank you for taking the time. Joel Myers along with Stu Lance. First of all, congratulations on what must have been an amazing experience.
Oh, no, it was. Thank you very much.
Now, the long road from Rancho Bernardo High School to a first-round pick, and not many years of the minors for you, though.
You know, that was the one goal that I definitely had was, you know, to get to the major leagues as fast as you can. But, you know, you don't understand, I guess, the whole system and how it works out. Luckily enough, I was able to get there as fast as I can and, you know, able to help out the team. The
first-round pick of the Philadelphia Phillies in 2002. And Cole, the scenario for you, and especially, and I talked to you earlier tonight, it must be killing you now, the success you just had to see your San Diego Chargers suffer like this.
No, yeah, I am, but you know what, I'm rooting for them all the way, and I definitely have faith that they will come out and, you know, fulfill the type of potential that they know they have. And so it'll be interesting to see what they do in this last half of the season.
You know, Cole, growing up in beautiful San Diego, you know, most athletes have a special player that they follow and they want to be like. They try to emulate. Who was the baseball player that you kind of took a liking to growing up?
You know, I actually grew a liking to Tony Gwynn, but unfortunately I'm on the opposite. But you know what? I think Trevor Hoffman became, you know, I guess became a big deal and a big influence on my career, just with the way his pitching style was, and you know, just for the inspiration that he provided me.
Talking to Cole Hamels, MVP of the World Series. And as we found out from doing so many games, the 76er games, and so entertained by the first 10 rows of fans behind us because there are very creative fans in Philadelphia, you found out in your years now with the Phillies, they're pretty passionate, aren't they?
No, they definitely are. The support that they showed us throughout the year, and especially with us winning it, they were behind us 100%. And then being able to see them and the appreciation that they showed us, the gratitude at that parade, I mean, that was absolutely mind-blowing. And all of us as players, we definitely appreciated it, and we saw, what it really meant to them.
Cole, you got some size. Any basketball in your past?
No, there was no help. I basically hung around the three-point line, and I never drove in. And then as I got taller, everybody wanted me to be a box out here and there, and I'm like, I'm not good at that. I just want to hang out far away.
Yes. Well, we got a lot of guys in our league that do that. Just hang out far away. They don't want to get into the paint either.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching it right now, seeing what it's all about.
Lamar Odom staying hot for the Lakers. Cole Hamels, we continue our conversation with the World Series MVP. You are going to stay there, as you mentioned, during the offseason for the entire Philadelphia experience.
Yes. To get out and see the 76ers play as the Eagles, and, to finally, I guess, go see the Flyers would be, I think everything that everybody's always talked about when, all the fans, you have to go see this. And so I'm going to be able to do it this year and see what Philadelphia all has to offer.
Well, you talked about winning the MVP for the World Series, but also the NLCS MVP. I mean, you were kind of greedy, weren't you?
I guess so. I know there's a lot of Dodger fans here that probably didn't like that.
No. And what about growing up in Southern California? I mean, the coldest it had to be if you were pitching at night, whether it was Legion ball or high school ball, probably high 50s, low 50s, and here you are, and I see it coming out, and the rain and everything. It's what? Wind chill in the high 30s?
Oh, it was absolutely freezing. It was, the temperatures and the experience that the weather gave me was something that you can't practice on. And I know growing up in the West Coast, if there's even an ounce of rain on the forecast, the game's canceled.
Tough guys out here, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, we are.
And I'm happy to say, Cole's wife, who I met before the game, a Missourian, so you're also going to spend time around the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri.
Yes, yeah. No, it's something that I definitely fell in love with growing up, being around the ocean. I knew that I always had to be around water, and obviously the Ozarks have a lot of water to offer with all the amount of lakes that they do. So, we've got tremendous experience there, and that I definitely see myself, retiring there. So I think that's something that, my wife's definitely helped me out with there.
Hey, we really appreciate your taking the time. Just wish you weren't wearing red, you were wearing blue. You like Dodger blue, Cole, but continued success with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh, no, thank you very much.
I appreciate the time. Cole Hamels, we'll talk to you again soon. The World Series MVP joining us tonight on Fox Sports West. We'll be right back to Staples Center with the Lakers up by 5. It's a 5-point lead for the Lakers as we still have 7:42 to play in the half. Well, welcome back once again to Staples Center. College Football Saturday presented by KFC, Acura, Suzuki. Triple header this weekend. Baylor up against the 4th-ranked Texas Longhorns. That starts it all off because it's going to begin at 8:30 in high definition. Middle game. Stanford and Oregon. That's the Pac-10, and it'll all be followed by Kansas State. They made an announcement that Rod Prince is not going to be back as their head coach. He's going to finish up the season. They're taking on 14th-ranked Missouri. And that's going to be in Columbia. Last day for the seniors for Chase Daniel and the Missouri Tigers this weekend. It all starts, as I mentioned, Saturday, the triple header at 8:30 out here on the West Coast. Lakers have the basketball with a 5-point lead. Their biggest lead was at 7. And Lamar Odom, not that time, but Andrew Bynum tried to get it. Knocked away by Camby, who sat down in the first 6 minutes of the game with 2 fouls. So he's back out there with Tim Thomas, Ricky Davis, Coutinho Mobley, and Mike Taylor stays on the floor.
The one thing that Marcus Camby playing at the center position now can do for his team is keep Andrew a little further away from the glass. Because Marcus is a perimeter shooter, so that'll keep Andrew from clogging up the middle as much.
Clippers 4 for their last 19 after they started 9 for their first 15. Bynum good position, maybe walked a little bit, got Camby out of position, and didn't get the easy one inside.
He used that left hand, had that shoulder turn.
Ricky Davis. So couldn't get it on the move. Up against Lamar Odom with a little space. Their dry spell continues. Now can the Lakers really take advantage of it? Jordan Palmer inside the arc. Long deuce.
I say the Lakers aren't too hot themselves. We're talking about the Clipper dry spell.
No.
Both teams under 40%.
Yeah, Lakers at 39% after the miss. The Lakers came at the game. One of the highest scoring teams in the league, third best at 106. Tim Thomas and Sasha who collected in the corner. Lakers were also second best defensively to start the night. giving up only 84 points a game. Best part about the start of the season, none of the three opponents, as Farmar, not only walked with the ball, but they had Andrew Bynum sitting in the paint waiting for his shot, so the 3-second violation. But none of the three opponents for the Lakers have topped 100. And they gave up better than 100 last season on average.
Again, and that's obviously one of the goals that your defense has to set, is to try to get a point mark where you're trying to keep the opposition below.
Tim Thomas. Foul it's going to be on Andrew Bynum. It'll be his second.
Well, again, he's young, just turned 21. It's all about angles also as far as your shot blocking. You know, that time he didn't have the proper angle. I mean, because Tim Thomas didn't really elevate to get that one, but he got enough contact because the angle was not good for Andrew Bynum.
So Tim Thomas, you remember the problems he had last week against the Lakers at the free throw line? Couldn't buy one.
Nights like that, man.
Yeah, he just could not buy one.
I would have sold.
He was 2 of 8 at the stripe.
I would have sold him one if he brought up enough money.
Remember those
one from you?
He was at the line twice in like 3 minutes, and he missed all 4.
Then he starts off here missing his first.
Glad I brought it up for you.
You're the kiss of.
Thank you. Stop a horse 70 yards from the finish line. 5-point Laker lead. Kobe, who was hot to start the contest, is back in. Sasha sits down. Also back in. Pau Gasol with Bynum going over to the bench with a couple of fouls.
Nice to see Sasha running really smoothly, though. That ankle was obviously giving him problems in the preseason, and to the point where he couldn't do much. And now he's just battling himself back into some kind of condition.
1 of 2 for Tim Thomas. And this is a rare time, but we don't see Jordan Farmar on the floor all that often with Kobe. It just hasn't worked over the last couple of years. And combination-wise, not that they haven't had success when they have been out there.
I think you'll see more and more of it.
Kobe on the step back, the long, tough fall away, and Pau Gasol forced it off the body of Camby.
It's just pressure. That's pressure on the glass that caused that. Used his length and walked Camby farther under the basket than Marcus would have liked to have been. He couldn't corral it.
Kobe tried to get through. It was popped by Tim Thomas, impeding his progress. A lot of time on the shot clock for the Lakers. Pau Gasol, who's not had many opportunities. 3-second defensive. It should be.
No, that's a hold on Kobe. They held him as he went through.
Ricky Davis, or Baron Davis rather, I saw him just sitting in the middle of the paint. And they blew the whistle, but it will be the foul. And they got into foul trouble early, sending the Lakers to the line. But that's only the first team foul so far in the second quarter. So it'll come in on the side. Yet to see a defensive 3. Baron Davis back into the game for Mike Taylor. So they have their starting backcourt in there now. Kobe fronted by Ricky Davis. And a trip. So 2 quick fouls.
Well, when you have a player double teamed like that, and Marcus Camby was the second end of it, the back end of it, you don't want to be that aggressive. You don't want to foul a guy when you've got him double teamed. You got him in a semi-trap. Make him get out of the trap legally.
Just stepped on Kobe's foot, as we could see. So 3 fouls for Camby and barely any minutes on the floor. A 13-year veteran. He's only got 5 minutes and back to the bench.
Well, that's because they gave him a bogus foul in the first quarter.
Yeah, he didn't deserve that one. Kobe working hard to get space against Ricky Davis, just like that. I said they didn't have any fouls. They've got 3 now. What, over the last 30 seconds?
Well, again, I mean, if you're going to guard Kobe, you have to take a stance as to what you're going to give up, because you're going to give up something, because he is so good. He's going to take something away. And Ricky Davis that time decided to crowd him and take the jumper away and gave up the drive and picked up the foul.
Lakers are out of fouls. That's the 3rd team foul on the Clips here. Kobe almost tied up. Instead, Gasol finding Ariza. What a no-look by Pau.
It's like movement without the ball by Trevor. I mean, that's his game, moving without the rock. And Pau with the nice little bounce pass.
39-33, Lakers by a half dozen. So not many assists for the Lakers tonight. 7 on their 15 makes, as Ariza's length did it again.
Well, you can't cross over in front of the defender especially when he's Trevor Ariza.
Nothing available in the middle. Kobe slowed it down. Now Ariza way up there and held up by Mobley, but showing his athleticism. And when your teammates have that kind of confidence in you to just toss it up.
Again, Trevor's man left him, and Kobe recognized the double. But that last pass that Trevor received from Pau, just a little bounce pass, movement without it, and the easy finish. And then the next trip down, it's Kobe reading the double team. Trevor's man left the double team Kobe. And Kobe said, here, I'll just throw it up there and you throw it down.
The more we see Pau Gasol, we're realizing he's one of the best big men passers in the game today.
Yeah, I mean, he just has a feel for the game. I mean, he has a feel for the game that you don't teach. I mean, it's just very instinctive with him.
He's only taken one shot. Phil Jackson said, because Pau, remember against the Clippers last week, he was 6 of 12. The game before, actually, 6 of 12 in the first half and only had 3 shots in the second half. Phil said earlier this week, sometimes they just forget about Pau in the second half. He doesn't get enough touches.
They've got a lot of weapons, but I don't know how you can forget about one that's that talented.
Well, too many missed free throws for the Lakers. Good ball movement and spacing for the Clippers, but Thomas too quickly. Too quick for his own good. And a turnover gives it back to the Lakers.
Good pass by Chris Kaman out of the post, though, because he was right in the middle of the paint, recognized that there was a man and a half on him, and gave it up.
Lakers just matched their largest lead of the game at 7 on the free throw by Ariza. Lamar on the dive, but that was taken away. Gasol thought Fish was available. Only one shot so far for Pau.
Here comes number 2.
And stripped away by Ricky Davis. On the receiving end of the Baron Davis pass. Not close.
Well, that's one of those break rhythm shots, and he didn't even come close.
Ariza challenging Kaman. Gasol on the other side, and a jump ball coming up. I believe it'll be. Well, they give it to Gasol and Kaman.
Well, Gasol should just walk in there. He shouldn't wait for the officials, because a lot of times you can sneak one. Most of the time you don't, but sometimes you can. So Pau does the right thing. Go into the middle, put the onus on the officials or the opposition to say, no, you're not in that jump.
There's an assertiveness to Trevor Ariza's game that we never saw last season after he was acquired for Brian Cook and Mo Evans. The way he will attack the rim now, even though the big guy could potentially be there. He's aggressive. Gasol will jump with Kaman. Lakers still just shooting 38.5%. Not a bad idea by Gasol. Radmanovich couldn't hang on, otherwise he had a layup or a dunk.
Radmanovich got mauled.
Baron Davis blows the layup. Clippers now 0 for their last 10. And Coutinho Mobley will start the second chance drive. That'll end it. 1 for their last 11 as Tim Thomas got it away.
They should be very happy to be only down 5. 1 for 11, but then you look at the Laker ledger. They're not too good themselves shooting.
Kobe right next to the rim. No help for Mobley. Man, couldn't capitalize.
Well, you talk about a little bunny that he missed. He normally drains that one.
It's like a layup for him. That's why it's a surprise. Thomas free for 3. Back to back for Tim Thomas. In 63 games last year for the Clips, averaged 12 and 5. Hit only 31% of his three-pointers, though. And he's a spacer.
They're out shooting the Lakers, but down by 2.
Well, they're 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. Well, the Lakers 3 of 10 on their three-point attempts. Final 3 minutes of the first half. Kobe beat Baron Davis. Tried to reverse it. They got tangled up underneath, but a couple of free throws on the foul.
Attack, attack, attack. I love that mode. 2:44 to go in the half. In a game that's, whoa, it's so pretty offensively, isn't it? The Lakers by 2.
Burn the video.
2:44 until halftime. Lakers by 2 over the Clippers. And, well, it's official. Polls closed. History made. Barack Obama will be this country's 44th president. Wait, we have a developing story. Fox Sports West. We've got breaking news. The Los Angeles Lakers overwhelming favorites by the league's general managers to win the championship. Purple and gold carrying every state except, wait a second, what's happening up there with Massachusetts? That Green Party rearing its ugly head again. We'll have to give them the state, I guess. That loss to Boston has made this team hungry. And I'll ask you guys, Joel and Stu, since the Lakers are the overwhelming favorites in everybody's book, is that pressure a good thing for this young team?
Expectations.
Well, yeah, I mean, last season the Lakers had a very good year, obviously, going to the finals, but there were no expectations when the season started. As a matter of fact, they didn't know what they were going to have when the season started with all the turmoil that was surrounding this club. But now they are the overwhelming favorite to win it. Let's see how they play when they are the favorite, when expectations are so high, when you've got that big target on your back even bigger than normal because you're the Lakers.
Yeah, last year, 0 pressure. Total opposite this year coming in. Kobe goes to the free throw line as he was fouled trying to reverse that dunk home. And Kobe, 4 of 10 for the field to start the game with 9 points, coming off his highest scoring game so far this season. 33 at Denver on Saturday night when he took over in the 4th. In fact, he scored 14 of his 33 in the last 6+ minutes to secure the win for the Lakers. And Brian Skinner has checked in, but
let's see how the Lakers can finish this half. They got 2:44 left. Let's see what their defense can do about continuing to force the Clippers into some ill-advised shots. Both teams shooting identical from the field, 15 out of 40.
Yeah, the defense picked up as Skinner could not handle a nice bounce by Tim Thomas. So the Lakers get it off the turnover. The defense picked up in the second 12 minutes of play after they gave up 29 in the first half. And Fish going to the free throw line. Baron Davis can't believe it.
Well, Baron reached on the first one and got away with it. And that just sometimes gives the players the inclination that, I think I can do that again. And on that second attempt, got whistled for the foul.
You know, you talked about what a strange, and Kobe said this is by far, since he came into the league, the strangest week he has ever experienced. Only one game all week long. You talked about the schedule. Lakers last year, they had a 9-game, 15-day road trip. It's not going to be that extreme this year. At the end of March, they do have a 7-game journey. And the Lakers did very well on that 9-game one last year. The positive for the Lakers, though, 5 of the last 7 games down the stretch this year are right here at Staples Center. So not spending a lot of time on the schedule, just taking it a game at a time.
Yeah, and if I'm Phil Jackson, though, I don't even think I want my players knowing the schedule at all. I just want them to know the next game. Let's play tonight, and after that, let's see who we play in the next game, because you start planting that negative seed in their minds, and sometimes that's all it takes. And they start thinking, oh, wow, we got a terrible schedule. And they play that way.
Right. And he admitted he ran them hard on Monday. He pulled back because it's so early in the season. And he said, pulled back a lot yesterday. They did more half-court execution things offensively, trying to fine-tune things. The one thing I really picked up on when Phil Jackson was talking about earlier this week that I liked, he said, you know, everybody was asking about minutes. Guys, are they going to eventually complain because they're not getting enough minutes? And Phil said, with this group, they want to win. That's all they want to do is win. So they have to be willing to put me second to the team. And he really, truly feels that that's that kind of group that he's got.
Well, we'll see how that plays out as the season goes on. If you're winning, it's always kept under the surface because all players want to play.
Andrew Bynum. And Tim Thomas out of bounds as he smacked it away from Andrew. They doubled up on Andrew once he brought it down.
But there's an example of, I said before, a textbook on a play where he kept it above his head because he just was. This one, though, he wanted to try to elevate. So to elevate, you have to use your arms as well as your legs. And that's what brought it down to the smaller player.
Only 5 on the shot clock for the Lakers. Pau Gasol knows it. Trying to get inside, but get clean. Baron Davis leads the 2-on-1.
Now this is if you're Derek Fisher where you have to gamble.
The trailer, Al Thornton on the layup. So points off the turnover. The steal by Baron Davis brings it back to 2.
And you're the only man back, 3-on-1, something like that. You just gamble where you want the guy or think he's going to make the pass and try to jump into the lane or take the charge.
The Lakers still struggling from the outside after the miss by Kobe. They're down to 36.5%, and Al Thornton gives the Clippers the lead. After the Lakers led by as many as 7, Thornton up to 9, 45-44 Clips.
I thought the Denver game was a strange one. This one's rather strange as well. Lakers going to have to pick it up.
Yeah, well, the Lakers not only from the field, but the free throw line. Kobe on the run. Behind the glass. And
he hit the board.
Out of bounds. As it did scrape it from behind.
Hit the bottom of the shot clock, I believe.
So now it's 36%, but like Denver, the Lakers with free throw misses, 11 of 17.
Well, and at the 2:44 mark, I said, let's see how the Lakers close it out. Well, they haven't closed it out very well at all.
And Baron Davis gets another layup.
I mean, I don't think they've scored since the 2:44 mark, as there's a technical foul.
Al Thornton.
What is that for? I mean, your team scored.
Yep. Thought there should have been a foul called when he was in there.
I told you about thinking.
So a free throw coming up for Kobe and a 3-point deficit for the Lakers. That's a 9-0 run right now for the Clippers. So far cry from the first matchup between these two teams. So the Lakers went to the locker room with a 59-44 lead. But that's to be expected. The Lakers looking for their 6th consecutive victory as well over the Clips after sweeping the season series last year.
I know it sounds strange, but the only time you want to lead is when the final horn sounds. That's when it's important to lead.
Andrew Bynum didn't go with the back door. All right, Radmanovic. Bynum's got Gasol instead going up strong and almost like it was blocked underneath by the rim.
Well, the secondary guy came from behind. That was Skinner. He got a piece of it.
Thomas all the way to the hole. Nobody stopped the ball. So the Lakers will slow it down, play up the final shot, and not a good finish, as you mentioned, of the final 2:45.
Not good at all. It's 1 point in that stretch so far, and they've got 13 seconds on the shot clock to add to that.
And they can thank Al Thornton for that 1 point. Kobe splitting the double, goes early, slams it himself, but still 10.2 to play. So a 2-point game. Now can they get a stop to close the half? Thornton out of control. And he got it anyway with the left hand. Acrobatic by Al Thornton.
What a shot.
Kobe on the finish, sets up Fish. And that's the way the Lakers will go to the locker room. Down by 4 as the Clips close the half, 13-3.
I tell you, that shot by Al Thornton was nice. I tell you, maybe he shouldn't have been complaining on the previous trip.
So the Lakers regroup time, especially at the offensive end, after only shooting 36%. Clippers by 4 at the break at Staples Center, 51-47. And let's head outside now. Join Billy McDonald and the guys.
Frank Hamlin, always appreciate him stopping by. Well, for news on the Clippers, let's go to Michael Eaves. And Michael, I assume that maybe the Clippers are happy with their first half.
Yeah, Patrick, they were, especially as Mike Dunleavy told me, because his team played hard. Now, some of the mistakes he said were because they were giving up layups and free throws to the Lakers by taking the ball into the teeth of the defense and turning the ball over. I asked him about that stretch where they went 0 for 10. He said, Michael, it's really about my guys still trying to figure it out. All the injuries they've had in the preseason, they didn't really get a good training camp. And on top of that, Joel and Stu, he's actually juggling lineups because guys have very limited minutes. He's trying to get the most out of some very few minutes of production for some guys.
All right, good point, Michael, because the Clippers have 9 new players on their roster, so they really retooled completely. When you look at the guys over there on the bench, Mobley, one of the carryovers with Kaman. Thornton in only his 2nd season, but Baron Davis a newcomer to them. Marcus Camby the same. They've got talent. Get them early in the season. That'll be the key.
As long as Baron Davis can stay healthy, they're going to be a threat to people on the floor because he can really orchestrate a very productive team.
Still one of the top 5 lead guards in the NBA.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, a good scoring guard as Fish is hooked by Baron Davis out of frustration from behind.
Yeah, that's
his 3rd.
That was almost like he was going to take a foul. He bumped Fish twice on the play, again, similar to what he did almost to end the first half.
So Camby out there with 3 fouls. Now Baron Davis has 3 fouls. Let's see how the Lakers come out of the locker room. You always talk for the first 5 minutes. Gasol up against Camby and his length. A guy who led the league in blocks last year. And Pau fell away a little bit. 2-point game. So Pau Gasol only his 2nd shot of the game and his first make.
That's not going to get it done. They need more shots from Powell, but again, he's in a reliant position most of the time, relying upon his teammates to getting the ball in the post.
Yeah, that's what Phil Jackson mentioned earlier in the week. He wants to see more touches. His teammates have to find more touches for Pau Gasol because he is moving off the ball. Baron Davis blocked away. It went to Kaman. Won't get it off in time.
Good job by Andrew.
Yep. The close.
Well, they tried to run the little high screen there, and Andrew did a great job of stepping out. Derek does a good job of bodying up, and then when he goes up to shoot, Andrew goes up, deflects it, and before Chris Kaman can do anything with it, shot clock violation.
That's a season high. Bynum with 4 blocks now, and that's the way it begins in the second half for the Lakers with a bucket and a stop.
I think Phil Jackson told his team, we got to get the ball to Powell a little bit more, and Powell, you got to get to work.
And Gasol banging away against Camby. Not close.
They reset the clock.
Down to the loose ball. It'll come out. Marcus Camby with pain on his face. And now Derek Fisher impeding the progress. Derek Fisher upset. Getting it up with Kaman. So the littlest guy on the floor with the biggest guy on the floor potentially. Not as tall as Andrew Bynum, but just as wide.
Believe me, Chris Kaman, you do not want to mess with Derek Fisher.
The Bulldog.
You don't want to mess with that one at all. He steps in front, and Chris Kaman just runs him over, and the officials call impeding the progress, I guess, as Derek goes down. Derek didn't appreciate something after the fact, and really got up and had some words with Chris Kaman.
So Fish with the foul. It is his first of the game.
The officials still trying to figure out what's going on, though. They're going to call a T. The dreaded double T.
Foul on Chris Kaman and a technical foul on Andrew Bynum. So they
all right, now if you're going to call double T's, then here's my new rule. Shoot them, because one team might make one, the other team might miss one. You shoot regular technicals, why not shoot the double technicals? If you're not going to shoot them, don't call it.
It'll come into the side. So Kaman with a technical, and a technical foul is called as well.
Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew Bynum, not Derek Fisher. So they said Bynum coming to the aid of Derek Fisher.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
Like
a lot.
Yeah.
So the 21-year-old will go into bat for his teammate. A triple for Baron Davis? No. Long one. Came out hot for Radmanovich. So the Lakers try to tie it, take the lead. Kobe in mode, but Mobley right on top of the basketball. And Fish called for the foul. Baron Davis shoots two. Kobe got away with one at the other end, though. He held up Marcus Camby from behind when they went out on the break. So a couple of free throws.
They're saying
Fisher's got his second.
They're saying that's on the pass, so it'll be the Laker ball out of bounds. Derek does a pretty good job of reaching in, getting the ball, but he does get some of the arm. And the official was a little bit out of position to see all of it, but makes the call and gives it to the Clippers.
Baron Davis, 7 assists already in the game with 12 points. Here comes the double on Kaman.
See, now I don't think you should double Kaman that far away.
He threw it away right over the top. And Radmanovich lets him go by. Smart play by Blotty.
Two of them flew by, too.
Good patience by Radmanovich as the Lakers have the first 4 points of the second half. It's a heads up.
It's still a strange looking play, though.
5 points for Radmanovich on 4 tries. Kaman. Walks. He'll come back to the Lakers. Yeah, the big guys converge. Andrew was already there, and he got a little flustered, didn't he?
Well, he traveled when he first caught the ball, but then they let him go, and he said, maybe they're not going to call traveling tonight.
11 turnovers for the Clips. So they've already got 3 turnovers here in the second half. Gasol on the move, left hand. And it'll be Camby keeping it away from the length of Andrew Bynum. So Marcus Camby showing his athleticism. Mobley. And he did not go up. He kept that foot on the floor in the corner right in front of the Lakers bench. 53-51, Coutinho Mobley with the bucket. Only his second basket of the game. He's got 5. Kobe wanted to go back to Andrew Bynum. Instead, it'll be Fish wide open. The triple stays out. Gasol, how active. Second chance. He was moving there. Now can he find Gasol? No. Kobe in the reverse. And one. Ties it at 53.
What I liked about that play was he set it up perfectly. High screen, he says, okay, I know Chris Kaman is going to jump out, so I'm going to go away from it and then come back to it and then turn the corner on him. Does it to perfection. Uses his left, gets the foul, the basket, 3-point opportunity. There's a reason why he was the MVP.
And Chris Kaman's going to have to sit down, so they'll go a little bit smaller. Tim Thomas will be checking in. And Kobe got the 3-point play.
Well, they go smaller, only hurts them if the Lakers take advantage of it. As Mike Dunleavy wants to talk it over. He's taking a 20-second timeout here. 8:40 left in the third quarter, and the Lakers, who trailed by 4, now lead by 1.
Good start to the second half of the Lakers with 8:40 to play in the third. 54-53, Lakers by a point. In fact, a +10 in the second chance opportunities. Yeah, our Corona timeout featuring Marcus Camby coming over in a salary dump by Denver. Although Denver made a real interesting deal we'll be talking about in a couple of minutes. Marcus Camby, the Defensive Player of the Year a couple of years ago.
He led the NBA in blocks each of the last 3 seasons, so he is a presence, but he does a lot of his work like a lot of bigs off the ball. And that's why you have to be aware of him. And the guy that he's guarding should be screaming for it.
Popped out of bounds by Derek Fisher. 14 left on the shot clock. I had mentioned second chance points. The Lakers have been exceptional when it comes to the glass over the first 3 games of the year. One of the best rebounding teams in the NBA. Overall, they are number 1. Number 1 on the defensive end. 8th best offensively. Baron Davis got inside. It's offensive goaltending. It's Andrew Bynum got it after it got to the glass.
You've got to make sure you force Baron with a lot of help. And even at that, it's difficult to keep him in check. But if you let him go baseline, you'll have issues.
Phoenix a winner earlier tonight. On the road again. Kobe lost the handle inside. Fish got there, but denied by Marcus Camby. You talked about it as a secondary defender. Mobley going to his strong side. Blocked away. Kobe got a piece of it, I believe. And Pau Gasol with the rebound. Good spacing right in front of it. Burns him with the 3. Lakers by 2, 57-55. I think he knows his role. Sets up in that corner and waits.
His role right now is to get on the defensive end as well. I mean, one of the things that he's impressed the coaches with is his defense this year.
On the trap, Thornton getting inside. And a couple of free throws for Al Thornton. Andrew Bynum is called for the contact. It'll be his 3rd foul coming very early here in the second half.
Even though your centers are your last line of defense, it really puts a lot of pressure on them because a lot of the times the fouls that they receive are not on the man that they're guarding. It's on dribble penetration where they have to slide over and give support. So, sure, it's great to have a guy like Andrew back there to patrol the paint, but try to keep your player out of there as much as possible.
12 points already with that free throw for Al Thornton. Florida State product. Perry, Georgia.
Well, he made some shot to end the half.
Yeah, it was a sensational play. Using the left hand on his way down.
And got fouled. I thought he got fouled on the
degree of difficulty. It was wild. 7.5 to play in the 3rd. Clippers have a keeper, though, in Al Thornton. Good post position. Pau Gasol over the smaller man with the left hand. That's why you worry about Camby.
See, there's a secondary defender again. You have to know he's there.
Easy one off the block, so they get the stop of the quick transition. The Clippers up now by 2 with 4 straight, 59-57. You always have to remember Camby's there.
Make him a primary defender, like here.
Andrew Bynum over Camby, and he'll get the roll.
Yeah, see, you want to make him a primary defender because he's still very light in the wallet. I mean, as far as his weight is concerned, so. He's not going to be a dominating defensive center when you back him in, but if you let him play off the ball.
Bad pass by Tim Thomas. Mobley came out to get it. Now Kobe on the run. Speaking of runs, Fish thought he was fouled. Man, loose ball. Derek went after it. Human bowling ball right now.
Well, there's bodies everywhere.
Baron Davis, will it be a block? Yes. Call the block on Kobe.
And I think the reason why they're going to call that a block, did he have his feet set at all? I thought that right foot slid over a little bit. He was in pretty good position. Did he slide at all? Look at the right foot moving. See the right foot moving before the contact?
Yeah, slid just slightly over to the left.
And I think that's what led them to go from an offensive foul to a block.
Yeah, not a bad call at all because he still was sliding, moving ever so slightly. Baron Davis misses the first of 2. And the big story earlier this week in the NBA, and Chauncey Billups coming over in what I feel is a salary dump by Detroit. And they lose the last years of his contract because he had just signed a new one last year, a 4-year deal. Allen Iverson, final year of his deal, which pays him about $20 million this year. So that's off the books for the Pistons next year. They move McDyess as well as Cheek Sound. And Chauncey Billups will help out a team that really doesn't have a floor leader like Bogdanovich. Not close. Tim Thomas will come away with the air ball. Wow. He never really squared up that time.
Well, he shot it so quick. I mean, he just caught, shot, and everything. So
Thomas over Bynum. That wasn't easy. There was contact first. As he bounced back, he got it away. 2-point lead for the Clippers in a game that continues to be a little bit choppy.
To be ugly.
I was saying choppy, trying to be kind. Inside of 6, Gasol. Good ball movement and spacing. Kobe flat on the shot. Bynum on the follow. Andrews touch. It's even at 61. And Bynum close to a double-double.
Andrews got a nice bounce to his step tonight. I like the bounce to his step. So I put the ball in his hands a little bit more.
Marcus Camby indecision. But it's Thornton there to clean it up. Al Thornton on the putback. But a good job.
He just wanted that one more than the Radmanovich did.
Kobe right around Mobley. And he wanted contact. Kobe has not been to the line a lot tonight. Well, 5 of 6, more than I thought. Mobley, and he shows an air ball because of Bynum.
Blocked by Bynum. He got a piece of that one.
Oh, did he?
I think he got a piece of that one.
He put it straight up into the air. And big change. Andrew Bynum, a force tonight at the defensive end already with 4 blocks.
Well, and that man, Marcus Camby, trying to be a force for the Clippers, as he's the guy that is known for blocking shots, as he surprises Pau on that one. Clippers leading by 2. Exactly 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. In a strange game. Our Jack in the Box outside the box, showing Andrew Bynum with some blocks and some rebounds and some intimidation. But that's what you want out of your 7-foot center. You want him to be in the middle, knowing that if I send my man to him, my man's going to have to think about it. And to think about it, sometimes you weaken the team.
25 minutes for Big Drew. 4 blocks. And we still have a ton of time. 5 minutes left in the third. Good to see Gary Shandling courtside. A regular here at Laker games. This guy's at every Laker game when he's in town now. You think he's gotten into the NBA, David Beckham? Will Ferrell. Jack Black. David Katzenberg. Now you guys are getting with it. Kane Hudson. And wearing purple tonight. I like it.
The one and only Jack.
Inside of 5 to play. Lakers down by 2. That's the stop. Radmanovich, good look. And they set it up for him. They got the screen. So Radmanovich is now 3 for 7 with 8 points. Ryan Skinner in there, came out with 4 fouls. A little breakdown defensively, and Skinner blows the dunk and then holds off Fish to compound the problem. And the Lakers get the ball back. What a gift. What a gift.
Is there a door open that he can run and just run through and hide?
What's that?
That's the play where you just want to crawl into anything and hide. When you're big and you miss an uncontested dunk, then you commit the foul. Yeah, that's a tough one for you, Skinner.
Like to get away?
Yes, indeed.
Far, far away. Andrew Bynum sits down. And it'll be Pau Gasol in there with Radmanovich, Kobe, and Fish. As Lamar Odom in for the first time in the second half. Thomas hanging out. Lamar on the dive, but Kobe's going for the follow. And this ball kept alive. Pau Gasol enabled Lamar to get that one. And a loose ball foul sends Pau Gasol to the free throw line.
Skinner just backed Pau, kept backing him under the bucket.
We'll call it on Mobley.
So let's see if the Lakers can make some free throws here. Lamar with a nice rebound.
It wasn't subtle, was it? Forearm in the back is Pau Gasol. And like the rest of the Lakers, does not take advantage of the stripe. He is 2 for 3. He's only got 4 points tonight, but he's only taken 5 shots.
This is, again, talking about cosmetics. Back-to-back uglies for the Lakers.
Yeah, 38.5% at Denver.
They won the first one against the Nuggets in an ugly encounter, and right now trailing by a point to the Clips.
Clippers shooting 44% to the Lakers 35% in only a 1-point game. Fish continues to harass Baron Davis. Now the shot clock coming down on Al Thornton. It'll be Davis for 3. And the long board for Skinner. So a second chance opportunity. Lakers out of fouls just like the Clippers. So both teams shoot the rest of the way with 3.5 to play in the third. Good ball movement. And Thornton another reverse. Not that time as Gasol gets it out.
Well, he is athletic.
He's a keeper. Taken 14th overall in the first round last year.
He plays hard. That's what I like.
He shows up. Kobe behind the back on a roll. He'll follow his own. And on the follow away, Gets it this time. The Lakers by 1. It has not been pretty. It has not been easy. As Kobe is 7 of 18 with 19 points.
Yeah, again, not having a good shooting night, but battling, keeping his team right in the hunt.
Baron Davis, the little hook. Haven't seen that from Baron. That's a throwback. Radmanovic on the reverse. Couldn't crawl it home with the left hand. Kobe slowed him down, though, on the deflection.
Got to get that finish, though. When you're in transition like that, you got to finish that play.
Good team defense. Tim Thomas had a decent look. Lakers with a break, leading by 1 with 2.5 to play. For the first half, 51-47. Over the shoulder, no look. You got to get this one, Rad. He does. They thought he was going to Gasol, and he went to the corner to Radmanovic. Lakers by 4, 11 for Vladdy.
Well, some deception by Kobe. Kobe acted like he was going to give the roll man the ball, but instead gave it to Radmanovic in the corner.
Baron Davis trying to create. Now Thornton, shot clock down, and Al Thornton is up.
He's just too athletic.
Yeah, 6'8", 220. But you talked about the way he shows up every night. Good play, Lamar Odom. No, they'll call the charge, saying Thornton got there in time. And if he did, it was just in the nick of time.
Well, everything has been ugly tonight, so why not that play? As Lamar asked the official, how did he get there that fast? But Rad says, don't drive the lane when I'm sitting in the corner. Just give it to me and let me splash. Minute and 49 left to go in the third, and the pace hasn't picked up any. It's still a little bit, as Joel says, choppy. We're trying to follow Alexis's pursuit of perfection, and to do that, let's follow Baron Davis. What's he doing tonight? Well, a little bit of everything. When I say a little bit of everything, I'm talking about stealing the ball. He's got 3 steals, 14 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, but 3 personal fouls as well. So he's trying to catch Alexis, but that's an impossibility because they're perfect. Baron Davis, 14, 7, and 3 tonight. And if the Clippers, I said it earlier in the ball game, if they're to do anything this year, there's the guy that's going to have to be in the middle, on the edge of everything they do.
And as we all know, Stu, very capable.
Yeah.
Plays at a high level. So they could be one of the top 8 teams when it's all said and done this year if Baron Davis is healthy and has a great season. Skinner too close to the rim, and Lamar kept it away from Tim Thomas from behind. So another board for Andrew Bynum. Well, it's his 12th of the game.
One trip down, they tried to see if they could get the 4th foul on Andrew.
Kobe. And what a reverse by Ariza. How about the pass by Kobe? 68, 60. Come on, don't quit. 69, 65.
Well, that Trevor
just play
Ariza
long.
Boy, he just finds a seam. He never does any standing around watching off the ball.
Man, does he get off the floor. It looks so easy the way he does it. Ricky Davis back into the game, setting up Tim Thomas.
Long rebound. Hey, another three-pointer team.
And Baron Davis will get this one. Out of his hands, it looked good. 1-point game, 69-68. Before that, the Lakers had been up 20-7 in second chance points. And in fact, 22-7 after the putback by Ariza on the Kobe miss. But now 22-10.
Well, I tell you, Trevor's always moving. In position, look what happened. Gets an easy one and makes it look nice as well.
Ariza's got 9 off the bench, 16 from the bench, but 9 of the 16 from Ariza. The other 7, Lamar Odom. The bench is averaging 40 a game. Kobe cupping it, going all the way to the hole. Like a running back. 71-68. Nobody was going to get that.
Katina Mobley said, guys, where are you? I forced him to you, but you just got out of his way.
Davis looked for back-to-back. Ariza's surprised by that break. 30 seconds to play.
That's why you have to have your hands in the ready position.
Ariza with the left hand. Man, blocked but fouled.
That's on Barron. That'll be number 4.
Yeah, he blew by Barron, and Barron's got it with a little clip. Got him on the way by. So 4 on Davis, 4 on Camby, 4 on Kaman.
Well, let's see if Trevor can make some free throws here in the first half. He made 1 out of 4. So it's important for the Lakers to get back to that percentage at the charity stripe. It's one thing to have a bad night from the field, but the free throw line should always be constant.
You got the first of two.
You know, talking about forcing Kobe to help. The Carl's Jr. Exmo shows that it's almost like they were afraid to get in front of him or something. It's a nice soft roll. Look at that bounce, bounce, bounce. Cradle is home.
Did you ever play drums? 4-point Laker lead. Kobe sits down. Luke Walton.
Wow. Phil Jackson really going to his lineup changes. He's searching, isn't he?
Yeah, but and Phil alluded to it. Most of these guys know they'll get their chances in a long season.
But I understand. But look at he's got Lamar playing center.
And a long rebound. Thornton, length for 6'8" guy, long arms, kept it away from a couple of Lakers that thought it was going to come back out. So a 4-point Laker lead. And they've got 8 misses at the free throw line now. 15 of 23. Farmar has come back into the game. Sasha also. So Vujacic matching up with Mobley. It'll be Baron Davis for 3. Not close. A good box out by Sasha. And able Lamar to come up with it. Lamar with the reason. He wasn't going to get there in time anyway. Fortunately, Trevor Ariza okay coming over the top of Baron Davis.
Well, we've got 12 more minutes of action. The Lakers trailed by 4 at the half. They lead by 4 going into the fourth. Can they pick up their level of play and come away with yet another victory? Come back and you'll find out.
Undefeated. They are 3-0 with a win on the road in New Orleans tonight. 87-79 as Baron Davis is going to start the fourth quarter on the bench. Jazz, they're still undefeated. Beat the Blazers. They're now 4-0. Spurs were behind most of the way, and they won it in double overtime. Tony Parker, 55 points.
He had a double nickel?
And Lamar Odom.
A double nickel for Tony Parker?
They made him a score, and they still
wow.
Always talk about make a point guard to score. You beat the opposition. Didn't make any difference, and they need it. They're 0-3 for the first time since 73-74. Get their first win of the season. Now Andrew Bynum wanted it over the top. He was fronted by Kaman. Sasha, quick three. No, but the long rebound. Andrew Bynum got it away. The machine, yes! He's not going to stop.
Hey,
Lakers match their biggest lead of the game, 75-68.
Never seen a shot he didn't like.
So Sasha with his first bucket of the game on his fourth try. Come on, you talk about shooting. It's the only way you get out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Keep shooting.
Absolutely. You don't get out of a slump by passing the ball.
Step back out. Thornton. Man, real short.
But see, that's the thing about a step back. You don't want to literally step back. You want to step to the side. If you step back, you have all of the weight transfer to your heels. It's very difficult to shoot the ball that way. And if you're Sasha, you don't worry about stepping back because you just catch and fire. And he said, hey, I missed the last one. You think I'm going to miss 2 in a row, Stu? No way. Get fired up, Sasha.
I love it. And because of the 13th board by Andrew Bynum. So 13 big ones. Sasha losing the handle. And that's a break for the Lakers. I think it went down his leg. Mike Taylor, they say, touched it last. But it looked like it went down Sasha's leg.
Sasha trying to beat him off the dribble to reach in, and who touches it last? The right leg of Sasha.
Inside, Lamar Odom blows the good entry.
Wow, that was a gimme.
Glad you mentioned
wow.
it like that. 7-point Laker lead. It has been a struggle all night for the Lakers at the offensive end, just like that. 38% shooting for the game. So Davis.
I like his floaters.
He's got a nice teardrop on the run, and he got burned. It should have stayed down. It popped out. A break for the Lakers.
Tapped on that one, but that young kid has a nice little runner.
Good bounce, Lamar Odom. And it's going to be a charge on Lamar. He wanted to go behind his shoulder and just throw a no-look to Andrew Bynum.
It's all about control, though. And when you're in congestion like that, you really have to get your body under control. And the offensive foul gives it back to the Clips.
That is the 10th turnover of the game
for
the Lakers. Compared to 12 for the Clippers.
That's all? It seems like 20.
Well, the Lakers have taken 19 threes. They have averaged 15 attempts from beyond the arc. Taylor, and it'll count. Who will it be on?
Jordan.
Yeah, Farmar. As he got a beat on Farmar into the paint. Andrew Bynum thought it was his. It's not Andrew. You don't have to bleed anymore.
Taylor's quick. You have to keep him out of the paint. As Jordan reached in, hits him right on the left arm, and nice finish by the youngster.
For Farmar, his first foul of the game. He has not scored. 0 for 2 after he has 1 for 8. At Denver.
Pick.
Mistake. Taylor gets the easy one. So Mike Taylor, a catalyst. Yeah, catalyst off the bench right now. In there, you think Baron Davis is going to get him back into the game, but it has been Mike Taylor, a second-round pick. And not even their own. Farmar for Fallaway, his first bucket of the game. Good to see, 1 of 3. Lakers by 4.
Yeah, Jordan just got a little careless coming up the floor when Taylor picked him. Taylor is quick, so you have to be careful with the basketball.
Leaves it off for Kaman. And Chris Kaman protected it well using the left hand. Back to the basket.
Andrew was completely under the basket. He couldn't block that one.
Pass. Last touched by the Clips. Kaman real upset. He thought he deserved a free throw after the make.
They all do.
The Lakers still by 2. Going to be Sasha on the inbounds. Good flyby. Can't burn him though. After he got Ricky Davis. And now technically coming up on Lamar.
Lamar's not long for this game.
Lamar going to back off. Zach Zarba doesn't want to throw you out, but just walk away. Third on Lamar. Technical free throw coming up for Cuttino Mobley and the Clippers.
It's almost like the ball just got thrown, lost before the contact, and Lamar didn't appreciate maybe an elbow as Cuttino Mobley knocks down the technical foul.
Stu, neither team is playing at a real high level offensively, and I think it's frustrating for both sides at this point.
It hasn't been a pretty game. That's all there is to it. Is Lamar gets called for the foul and says, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, he rolled into me.
I'm going to give you some change. I'm going to have my word.
Well, Lakers just led by 7. Taylor out of control. Gets a break as the ball scored to Thornton. And again, the reverse. Maybe a little too much English that time for Thornton.
He can create some shots for himself, can he?
So the Lakers still up, and fortunately to be up by just 1. Lamar's got the seal, and Lamar drawing the contact. Kaman's got 5. Lamar's got free throws. But the work before.
That's where it all starts, the work before. Get yourself in a position to receive the pass and do something with it. 8:52 left. And the Lakers, this isn't pretty, but they'll take it if they're leading in the end.
The coolest, just the total experience, I think, representing your country and winning the gold medal. I just don't think there's anything more special than that. And in terms of what we do as athletes, aside from the fact that you're not just rooting for somebody because they represent the USA, which you're going to do anyway. But now you know, and that's why it was real easy for us to lose ourselves.
Kobe Bryant's summer vacation. That is right after Lakers Live, the post-game show tonight on Lakers Insider. So right after Lakers Live, it's Kobe's summer vacation over in Beijing. And what was so nice about the experience for Kobe, he didn't just stay in the basketball venue. He went everywhere. He saw volleyball. You saw him at the swimming venue there in that shot. He took in the total experience. I give him a lot of credit for getting out and really participating and supporting the other athletes as well.
And that's what the Olympics should be all about, is not only participating in your respective sport, but also giving support to your fellow countrymen. And you go to their events and give them the support as they come to yours and do the same for you.
Lamar Odom out of the timeout. The frustrated one gets the first of 2. You can put a blanket over the Lakers on the frustration, though. They've had some opportunities to open things up. A couple of 7-point leads. And tomorrow get both. Lakers by 3.
Well, I thought they would be a little rusty, ragged at the beginning of the game. But I thought by the second quarter they'd get their sea legs, so to speak, and get back into the groove. But this has been ugly from the beginning.
And Mike Taylor, the rookie out of Iowa State, has done a good job for them as Cuttino Mobley ties it up with a quick release. It is all even at 79.
They're going to bring Barron in, and I don't know if I would leave Taylor out there just a couple more minutes.
It's knocked away the length of Camby. Now Thornton. And Ariza took it away. Lamar
saved it there.
Saved it for a dunk. An easy one for Mobley. You never roll it back underneath your own rim.
That's the one you just carry out of bounds with you, because then they get the ball, but you've got a full defensive set to play against.
So Mobley becomes the 4th Clipper in double figures. Andrew Bynum. And fouled underneath by Taylor, not Camby. If he goes with a left hand like you talk about it, there's no block, is there?
Well, not hardly, because you bring the ball back to the defender if you don't. But that last play by Lamar, this is what you don't want to do. Save it under your opponent's basket. He saves it. Nice save, but there's no gold shirts there. Katina Mobley has an easy. That play, you're falling out of bounds, fall out of bounds with the ball, and then you got 5-on-5.
Andrew Bynum going to the free throw line for the 2nd time tonight and for the 2nd time missing. He is 0 for 2. Well, you could win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Lakers home game, courtesy of Verizon Wireless. Enter text Lakers to 66196 by the end of this evening's game. 1 winner per game. Sweepstakes open to residents of LA, Ventura, Riverside, San Bernardino, and Orange County. You have to be 18, though. For all the rules, go to Lakers.com. Clips by a point. 81-80. Bynum now with 9 and 15 to go along with 4 blocks. Ricky Davis. And a tough pass. Low percentage.
Bad.
Yeah, Lamar took it away. It was going to be behind Tim Thomas anyway, and he was blanketed.
Well, he should have bounced it. Number one, he should have bounced it.
Kobe setting it up. Odom collects it and is blocked at the rim by Camby and taken away by Baron Davis. And Baron just got his 5th foul.
Are they giving it to Baron?
Yep.
Yes, they are.
5 fouls on Baron Davis, so he wasn't on the floor long, was he?
That's why I thought, with 4 fouls, and Taylor was playing pretty well. I would have waited a couple more minutes to bring him back.
You could have waited until the inside of 6. Automatic.
Now he's got a decision to make. He's got 5 fouls with 7.5 to play. I don't think you can leave him in. Not in a close game like this. You got to take him out.
Well, free throw shooting continues to hurt the Lakers. And it wasn't pretty in Denver. They're now 18 of 28 at the stripe. Mike Taylor back into the game. And I mentioned he wasn't their pick, but they got him. He was a 2nd-round pick of the Blazers, 55th overall. So he was 5 picks away from not even being drafted. Came to the Clips draft day deal. A guy that was honorable mention all Big 12 last year. And he has been a reason that they've gotten back into the game. So 1 of 2 as Lamar Odom ties it up at 81.
That's going to be important for Jordan to level off Taylor. Make him go east and west.
Long diagonal pass. Al Thornton. Too long. Man, guy that shoots, you usually know where it's going. And it was Al Thornton on the miss. Kobe slapped it from behind, out of bounds, but a good job by Thornton. Just get to it.
I mean, he is just so active. I've said it a few times tonight. I'll probably say it a few more. He's so athletic. I mean, he shoots the ball on one side, tracks it down on the other side.
He knew how the hander was going to be long. Taken away by Jordan Farmar. Tim Thomas, bad pass. Farmar aggressively to the hole. And earns a couple of free throws on the foul by Taylor. Trying to give the Lakers the lead 5 minutes into the 4th.
Good anticipation by Jordan on the steal. I mean, he just steps in front of this one and runs right through the pass. Taylor's waiting to receive it. Jordan rushes to get it and then attacks and in the open floor earns 2 free throws.
25 so far from the bench. As we head downstairs to Patrick O'Neal. Patrick?
Yeah, Jordan Farmar, 3rd season, not quite 22 years old. We saw him at UCLA. He's fiery, extremely confident, a self-proclaimed gym rat. He has matured in the past, year. And one of the coaches told him in the past he made a mistake. Jordan would argue, get defensive. This year he's been more receptive, able to hear and then process that information. He's working on his defense, guys, and he has his work cut out for him tonight against Mike Taylor. But have you seen him improve in that area?
Yeah, he's not only been receptive, but he was a standout in the preseason as Andrew Bynum saves it on the baseline athletically for his 16th board.
Nice tip play job by Andrew.
With those size working against him. About 17-18. On the shoe size, Ricky Davis gets a foul. Back to Jordan Farmar, and I talked to Jordan a couple of games ago, and I asked him in particular, Stu, about what he's been doing with yoga, hoops yoga. And he said, it has helped his flexibility, his dexterity, but more than anything else, his focus. And it's really helped him concentrate.
It helped me once, too. I went to a yoga class and fell asleep.
Yeah, you concentrated right into a snore.
It just relaxed me so much, I fell asleep.
But you can see the difference in Jordan Farmar. He was the standout. He and Pau Gasol were the 2 that really stood out in the preseason. 6:38 to play. In regulation with the Lakers up by 3. Looking for their 6th consecutive win over the Clips. And Kobe comes through at the strike. Well, the Clips already out of fouls, so the Lakers can get to the line a lot. Let's see if they do, though. A 60-0 run right now for the Lakers. The Lakers with only 2 team fouls thus far. And Chandler hooked him. Why did you hook him out there? You had him. Man, all he was already around him.
Just keep going.
Natural.
Well,
why would a guard take a 7-footer like that, though?
I don't know. It's rare that you see that. He actually hooked him on the inside of the leg, not the outside.
The rare part really applies then. Andrew Bynum. Good ball movement. Farmar for 3. Right off the front of the rim, but right back to Jordan on the spin. All the way to the rack. Lakers by a half dozen. Farmar kicking him up off the bench tonight.
Well, now Mike Dunleavy is forced to put his starters back, including Baron Davis, who are at the 6-11 mark. Lakers on an 8-0 run have opened up a 6-point advantage. And Dunleavy says, I can't let it go any longer, as Jordan misses his own shot, gets his own rebound, and puts it in over the outstretched arms of Marcus Camby. Nice job.
Fox Sports West presents Lakers basketball, brought to you by Quantum of Solace, in theaters November 14th. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Get your MPG at your Southern California Toyota dealer today. Back for the final 6:11 of regulation, with the Lakers now up by 6. It has been a struggle, though. Their largest lead of the night has been 7 on a couple of occasions. And, well, our Land Rover legendary performance, it was 37 years ago yesterday, November 4th. And I know you remember this, Stu. It was 9 games into the season, unfortunately, for a guy that's had his jersey retired. Elgin Baylor retired. One of the greatest Lakers of all time. 37 years old, 9 games into the season. And what was so tough about it, the Lakers went on to win the title under head coach Bill Sharman in the 71-72 campaign.
Yeah, what a player Elgin Baylor was. Wow.
Yeah, he could float, he could hang. Long before we saw it on a regular basis. Baron Davis taking a lot of threes tonight. And Ariza got it away from Kaman. Kobe on the run. Up against Mobley, who's moving. Couple of free throws. Smart play by Kobe. Changing.
Well, he didn't go in a straight line, per se. There's just a little bit enough of a shoulder, head and shoulders left and right to keep Katina Mobley from being able to just set his feet. But Trevor Ariza, his activity knocks it free. And then Kobe is the recipient of the foul and 2 free throws, looking to stretch a 6-point event.
And Trevor Ariza with 2 steals, 10 points, 6 boards, averaging 11 a game coming in. The depth of this team, what we talked about at the very top of the telecast, depth, balance, balance in scoring, balance in minutes. And they put together that little spurt with Farmar out there. And now Jordan sits down, Fish comes back in. Pau Gasol was not out there either. But way too many missed free throws for the Lakers. So 9-0 run despite that miss. And the Lakers 24 of 35 at the strike. Thomas over Gasol, follows his own, and blocked by him. I don't know if he got a piece of it. He definitely changed it. It would have been his 5th block, and that ties his career high with his 17th rebound. What a job by Andrew. Kobe battling with Mobley. Right by Kaman, tied up by Mobley, who got back into it. It'll be Fish for 3. Derek fills it up. Lakers have their biggest lead of the game and the first double-figure lead for either side.
Well, that wasn't the way they drew the play up, but Derek says, don't worry, Stu, I'll bail us out.
So Andrew Bynum with 17 rebounds to match his career best. He also has 4 blocks. He's starting to look like he's got a lot of bounce.
He's been a factor. Definitely has been a factor, not only with his rebounding, but his intimidation on the defensive side of it. You know, despite the 4 block shots, how many did he alter?
6-8 minimum.
And Derek then gives the Lakers their biggest lead with that long 3-pointer. A good foot behind the top of the circle.
Foul on Kobe, 3rd team foul on the Lakers. Inside-outside game. They share it. It's Mobley. And the long rebound tracked down by Kaman.
Nobody guarding under the bucket.
It'll be a foul on Kobe from behind, and that saved an easy deuce by Mobley.
I mean, Tim Thomas was standing under the basket by himself. It's reminiscent the way Brian Skinner was a little earlier when he missed the uncontested dunk.
He wasn't in long after that missed dunk, was he?
Well, no, and I don't think he even cared. He said, "Get me off the floor. Let me go hide. Let me put the towel over my face."
Andrew Bynum sitting down with 4:37 to play. As Lamar Odom checks back in. The luxury, the latitude to have as many players as the Lakers have that can contribute late in the game. On the deflection, Kobe and Lamar collaborate. Take it away. Kobe up against Baron Davis. What a spin and a foul by Odom.
Great footwork by Kobe. Not a good finish, obviously, but great footwork.
That's a dozen for LO off the bench. They'll go along with 7 rebounds. Lakers by 12. Kaman deep against Gasol. It's a good run out. But it'll be Baron Davis. And inside position for Pau Gasol. Now they can put the game away.
Chris Kaman should have tried to draw the foul. He's right up under the bucket. Go up, try to dunk the ball, and get to the free throw line.
Thornton hoping to track Kobe. Now the shot clock coming down. And it'll be an easy call. Thornton using his hands early. So a couple of free throws coming up for Kobe.
You know, I talked about Kobe's footwork on his last attempt. After he gets the steal, that's what led him going down the other way. Lamar finishing off the play, but I just love to see players when they can execute footwork, and that was just a beautiful drop step, and then Lamar with the tap. That's just beautiful.
Well, early there's a theme now for the Lakers. Granted, this is only game number 4, but their length and their tenacity, the way they have dominated for Phil Jackson on the boards. Right now it's 30-10 in second chance points. It was 21-4 Saturday night in Denver for the Lakers.
Well, I mean, a second game in a row where they haven't played offensively very well, but they've been good on the backboards. They've been, you know, decent defensively, holding the Clippers to under 40%. I'd say that's decent. And that's what's going to carry them when they're struggling offensively.
Outboarding the Clips are a +6. Thornton gets inside. Gasol changed it. May have grazed it on the way by. So the length. Fish thought about the long one. And on the penetration, Lamar for 3. Yes! You know it's going well. The Lakers lead it 98-81 with 3+ to play. 19-0 run. The Clips have not scored.
Calling a timeout?
They haven't scored for almost 5 minutes. 19 unanswered by the Lakers. Reminiscent of the 24-3 run in the second half for the first game against the Clips. Kaman out of sorts a little. Mobley short. You can see it out of his hands. So the Lakers have taken it to the Clips. They have already taken at least a split of the season series with a win tonight. And Kobe held up. He's headed to the line. Well, they turned it up when they had to, which good teams do, especially on their home floor.
Well, they had that spurt, and that's the one thing you know as the opposition when you're playing against a very good team, and you keep saying to yourself, when is the spurt coming? Well, the Clips were saying it, and it finally hit them as Lamar drains the 3 and gives the Lakers their largest lead of the night.
And the Lakers right now with 2:44 to play. They've already put it away. They're on a 19-0 run, and Kobe is headed to the free throw line. Now, mark this down. Every Sunday night, all year long. Every Sunday night on Fox Sports West. Lakers home games, you know they start at 6:30. Normally pregame show, Lakers Live, 6 o'clock. Forget it. Hour-long, wall-to-wall Laker coverage starts at 5:30 because it's going to be 6.5, 7 hours of Laker coverage. So 5:30, Billy Mack and the guys, Lakers Live. 6:30, Lakers. Like this Sunday night, Houston Rockets, Yao Ming, Ron Artest, T-Mac. Right after the game, Lakers Live postgame, and then a Lakers Sunday Classic. This Sunday, Game 4, 87 NBA Finals. How about the baby skyhook for Magic? Get ready. So that's Fox Sports West Sunday night, every Sunday night. Starts at 5:30.
There's the original skyhook.
Right. What was a baby?
Abdul-Jabbar.
Because it wasn't from the gap. Well, the Clippers, as Kobe gets 1 of 2. So it's a 20-0 run by the Lakers to put them up by 18. Clippers in the fourth, 5 of 18. Lakers have been able to get to the line. That's the difference. Kobe held up by Thomas. The ball goes out of bounds.
That should have been a foul, loose ball foul.
They looked the other way like, let's get out of here. 2:35 to play.
Kobe read the play, jumped into the lane, and Tim Thomas said, nope, you're not getting this one.
By the way, Sacramento won the first game of the year. They beat Memphis at home tonight. They are now 1-4 as Baron Davis tries to fill it up. He was hot early in the game. Pau gets rid of it. Sacramento has a rookie, and I felt this way about Al Thornton last year. As Trevor Ariza thought about the three. They've got a rookie, Jason Thompson, out of Ryder, keeper. They've got a real nice draft choice. Pau Gasol all tangled up with Thomas. A couple of free throws coming up for Pau, but remember the kid out of Ryder, Jason Thompson. We saw him in the preseason. And he's a glider. Big kid that can stroke the ball. Good-looking athlete. So they get their first win of the year. Mentioned New Orleans lost tonight. They're 3-1. Phoenix did win tonight. Phoenix already won. They won back-to-back on the road and playing at a real nice level. I've watched them for Terry Porter. How'd you like to win a Lakers jersey or courtside seats? Well, enter the Big Score Sweepstakes presented by CreditReport.com. To enter, just text right now Jersey with 525-377. Or you can go to the website, register online at Lakers.com. Details, contest rules, website as well, Lakers.com. Gasol, couple of free throws, 81 points for the Clippers. You'll win a lot of games. You'll hold your opposition in the 80s. And the Lakers holding their opposition over the first three to 84. So that's second best in the league. Fewest points allowed. Lamar's length almost took it away. Baron Davis. A lot of work. And Sasha poked it out of bounds.
24-second violation.
They get another stop. Lakers have also forced 17 turnovers tonight, committed only 12. They cleaned it up after they had a bunch early. So 6 straight over Mike Dunleavy's Clippers. Luke Walton back into the game for the Lakers with Sasha. Kobe finishes tonight with 27, 11 of 14 at the free throw. And off the Walton miss, picked up by Kaman. So the Lakers now 4-0 and off again until Sunday.
Not good.
No. What about a Friday game before the Sunday game? Lamar Odom tried to. That's usually he taps it to himself. That time he tried to spin it behind his back to himself. It's like a yo-yo.
Lamar says, "What was I thinking?" He has his back to the bench because he doesn't want to look over there at PJ. Phil Jackson's over there saying, "Look, don't just yet. Look over there. You got to come to the locker room. I'll have words for you there."
Minute 14 to play.
LO is special, though, boy. He is special.
Yeah, the role he's taken on and embraced this year says a lot about the person.
Well, absolutely, because not only that, I mean, the fact that he's a starter that is now coming off the bench. Also, in the last year of his contract, this is where players would normally be so upset that you're messing with my cheese.
Yeah, he's got 15 off the bench tonight in 27 minutes, but they told him, you're going to get your minutes. It's just going to be a different role. And it's been a big boost for the entire team. Al Thornton showing his range. He's got game. 22-0 was the run for the Lakers before that triple.
Under a minute. No fouls.
Is there a standing ovation with that? Under a minute?
For those that are left.
Farmar leaving it off for Gasol and blocked by Kaman. He'll protect it better this time, won't he? He thought it was foul. He thought Kaman came over the back. He gets a stare. So Pau now with 9 and 11. Andrew Bynum, by the way, if he came in late, it'll count. Al Thornton matches his career best with 17 rebounds tonight. And we had mentioned it before on the stat sheet officially, 4 blocks for Drew, but he changed minimum 6-8 more shots. And when you alter shots, your teammates have a chance to get a rebound. It's not like you're blocking it out of bounds.
He's getting back into the groove, and it's again, he's still, in my estimation, at least a month away from where he wants to be.
Shaking off all the rust?
Yeah, I mean, just getting back to playing on an everyday basis. And, nice pass.
Give it go. It's a foul. But sharing it late, Luke Walton, what he does best, finding a teammate. So Kaman's gone. His 6th foul. 6 points, 11 boards, but too often tonight he didn't take it hard to the hole. As you talked about it in the fourth quarter, he sent it back out when he could have gone up with a jump hook or gotten to the free throw line.
You're a big. Go ahead and when you get the ball, if I work hard to get you the ball in the paint, don't pitch it back out to me.
Usually guys beg for it down there. They don't get enough touches.
Lakers in the free throw shooting.
Yeah,
Ooh,
bad.
man.
Are they coming back out after the game? Coaches. Stick around. We're going back out in the gym.
Going to you back to your high school, college days.
Got it. They can't do it. CBA won't let them do it around here.
The only one wouldn't let them do it. So coach tells him to go back out. He said, you go back out. I'm going home.
Farmar saw that one coming with Eric Gordon off balance. Ooh.
Turned his ankle?
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
First of all, after the steal, he should have just run it out. Seriously. You get the steal, run down the other way, and all of a sudden dribble it back out the other way, and, you got enough points.
And you've held the opposition to 86. So the average was 84. 86 tonight. Clippers end up shooting 38%. Lakers outshoot them 39% to 38%.
This is one of those games where you put blindfolds over your children. Don't let them watch this. This isn't rated for children.
We talked about what happened on Saturday night. When you shoot 38% of the road, but you hang around, give yourselves a chance to win like the Lakers did. Kobe took over. You got the best closer, finisher in the game. Tonight, they got the spurt. It was late, but it came. Now they take care of the Clips once again early this season. And Taylor knifes his way home with a nifty move. He was real strong for them when he came in the second half. In fact, he gave them the 2-point lead before the Lakers went on the 22-0 run. But the Lakers prevailed as Kobe and the guys did a number early in the fourth.
Well, again, they'll take the W, and I'm sure Phil Jackson and coaching staff will say we've got some work to do. I'm glad we got a couple of days off, but sometimes a couple of days off doesn't really help you as much. So we'll see what the Lakers can do to clean up their overall play.
So from a 38-point win last week to an 18-point win tonight. And the Lakers will take it as they're now 4-0 to start the new